On this wall in Almaty in Kazakhstan are the faces of people who were held in China. Relatives say they're being held in internment camps which Beijing calls re-education camps to counter what it calls extremism. Gulzia was held in such a camp. She didn't talk about her experience until after she'd been awarded citizenship in Kazakhstan. She says abuse she suffered has scarred her for life and she frequently suffers headaches.
When I was crossing the border, they saw I am using WhatsApp. I was detained and sent for a thorough medical test. They found I am pregnant and forced me to abort. After the abortion, they isolated me in a clinic. They gave me some medicine which they said was for tuberculosis. I don't know what it was.
Members of the Turkic community accuse Chinese authorities of using abortions as a weapon against Muslims. Other women, afraid to reveal their identities, have also told Al Jazeera about abuse at the camps. The relative safe haven in Kazakhstan is only for its nationals and does not apply to ethnic Kazakhs who are Chinese nationals. And that's among the causes creating anti-China sentiment inside Kazakhstan. Dozens of people were arrested in Nur Sultan and Almaty during an anti-Sino demonstration in September. These men crossed illegally into Kazakhstan after they reportedly faced harassment by Chinese authorities. Kaster Musa Khan and Murager Alim-Oli now risk being sent back to China. Activists say events like this fuel anti-Sino sentiment and Kazakhstan should not roll over for its powerful neighbor.
If ethnic Jews prosecuted massively are prosecuted, for example, in Russia, in Europe, Israel states they will talk against of it. Kazakh government must defend any ethnic Kazakh in the world.
This analyst working with a government-funded think tank says the China-Kazakhstan relationship is a delicate subject.
The Uyghur issue is a domestic Chinese internal affairs, but at the same time, if you take into account the United Nations motions on the Uyghur issue, Kazakhstan's position was quite pragmatic and we abstained from voting on this motion. So we have more independent stance, but at the same time we realize the geopolitical reality. So I believe it's a Kazakh-style diplomacy where we try to sustain the relation but at the same time show our case.
Some questioned why should Kazakhstan oppose China, with which it shares a 1,700-kilometer border, when other Muslim-majority countries support Beijing. Earlier this year, more than a dozen member countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, or OIC, signed a statement in favor of China's policies. Commenting on internment camps, the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokeswoman has said the Uyghur ethnicity is part of the big family consisting of 56 ethnic groups in China, tightly united together like the seeds of a pomegranate. They're living a better life and fully enjoy freedom and rights. China also enjoys friendly and close relations with the vast majority of Muslim countries in the world. Many ethnic Kazakhs say China is violating human rights on a large scale in the name of fighting terrorism. They say their next generation is being killed before birth and their Muslim identity is being systematically erased. Yet they argue there is no leader from the Islamic world standing up to support them. Osama Bin Javaid, Al Jazeera, Almaty, Kazakhstan.